of socialism, and we shall march towards that socialism, strengthening ourselves. So that is the message we want to convey to these parties, and I thank you all for coming and joining us in this inaugural session. My red salutes to all of you.
Thank you, Comrade Sitaram Yechury. Now, I would invite Comrade D. Raja, General Secretary, Communist Party of India, to address this gathering as a fraternal delegate.
Comrade Sitaram Yechury, Comrade Pinarayi Vijayan, dear comrades and friends, on behalf of the Communist Party of India, I extend revolutionary greetings to the 23rd Congress of the Communist Party of India, Marxist. I express my sincere thanks for inviting me to the inaugural session. Dear comrades, the 23rd Congress of the CPM is taking place in Kerala, which made history for democratically electing a communist government 6 decades back in 1957. Since then, all through these years, Kerala has remained a unique center of the left and democratic movement in our country. The preeminence that Kerala achieved on this score is based on the innumerable struggles and movements launched by the people, which immensely contributed to the freedom movement, and subsequently during the post-independent period for creating an alternative communist-led model of government, which is people-centric. Dear comrades, your Congress is taking place at a critical time when the country is facing unprecedented attacks from the right-wing forces on the very fundamentals of our Indian Republic. However, the future is not bleak, as the masses, workers, farmers, women, youth, students, and all other sections of the working people are in no mood to take the anti-people divisive moves lying low. They are out on the streets to safeguard their hard-earned rights. After the financial meltdown of 2008-9, the rise of right-wing authoritarianism became a global phenomenon as neoliberal, pro-corporate forces captured power in many parts of the world. Those forces are bent upon destroying the progressive, inclusive, and scientific achievements of the humanity. The fascist forces have already expanded their bases alarmingly in Germany and other European countries, taking advantage of the unrest due to falling living standards, growing unemployment, inflation, etc. We see a strong and a steep arms race once again, fueled largely by the United States military-industrial complex. The latest in the series of imperialist advances is the attempt by imperialist forces led by the US and the NATO to destabilize peace and security at the cost of lives of both Russians and Ukrainians. In our neighborhood too, there is massive unrest and instability in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Myanmar. It appears that each country is in turmoil for different reasons, but the nefarious designs of international finance capital can be traced everywhere. This, of course, is being resisted in many countries, particularly in Latin America. Dear comrades, more than 7 decades after independence, poverty and extreme inequality continue to plague our country. The situation has worsened in the last few years. Our country has seen a sharp decline on almost every development indicator, including the fundamentals like the hunger index. The concentration of wealth at the top of the society is taking alarming proportions, while millions suffer in penury and deprivation. The COVID-19 crisis has exposed the unequal nature of the much trumpeted growth. The BJP government under Narendra Modi is engaged in subverting the basic values that define our nation: secularism, democracy, federalism, welfare state, and independent character of our foreign policy are all being subverted. All institutions like judiciary, election commission, and the parliament are being undermined. Watchdogs of our polity like CBI and Enforcement Directorate are being used to intimidate the political opponents contrary to their mandate. They have a mandate, but they are not allowed to function under their mandate. The BJP, RSS never subscribed to our representative democracy, and now they are subverting the constitutional bedrock of our republic. Comrades, the unilateral abrogation of Article 370, bringing the discriminatory CAA, the pro-corporate farm laws, labor codes are examples of the high-handed authoritarian Modi government. The BJP is using their parliamentary majority to undermine the parliament itself and making it subservient to the whims of the ruling party, snatching its role as the supreme deliberative institution of the nation, which is expected to represent the sovereign will of the people. Parliament is being made redundant. Whoever questions the government and policies is being slapped with sedition and the draconian UAPA. Those who look at the functioning of the government critically are dubbed as anti-nationals and terrorists with the help of a compliant media. activists working in the activists and intellectuals